My target is just to finish strong and race safe.
And what's your secret target?
My secret target, I hope to finish within 14 hours.
All right, kids. So how did the race go? Did you meet your expectations?
I meet my expectations, which is to finish the race safely and in one piece. Thank God for that.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I did not meet my secret target.
And how much did that? How important was that for you? I mean, really now looking back, do you feel sad about that or?
As an athlete, of course, I do feel a bit of pinch. I still feel a bit of broken-hearted into it.
Yeah.
A tiny little bit.
Okay.
Because as a first timer, of course, to get the finishing is much more important than to set a time.
Yeah.
But as I said, as an athlete, I still do feel the pinch of not meeting a target that I set for myself. But that also shows where my weakness is and where my capability is to improve, to push forward for next time.
Yeah. If you now go back a little bit, what made you sign up for this Ironman?
Okay, the Ironman is something that when I started this sport, it was something like back in 2019 when I have not done any endurance sport. I was still in the gym or still in bodybuilding. I attended the Ironman Langkawi 2019. That time just as a supporter, as a visitor to see what Ironman is. And when I see the crowd was running, they were doing it, I was like, wow, how I wish one day I could be doing this race.
Yeah.
That was my goal.
So now, after that, you joined triathlon, you started training, and now you felt that this year you were ready.
I think it also happened due to the pandemic. Because back after 2019, in 2020 I started to do a bit of runs because cardio is not something that I enjoy at all because I was more into the gym. So the pandemic actually causes a lot of things to shut down. So the only thing that we can do during that time was to run around our neighborhood. So that's when I pick up running, and post pandemic I pick up swimming because I learned to swim during my mid-30s. So I was only able to do breaststroke, but it's still not a distance kind of swimmer. I can do like 50 meters and then, but I can't even do freestyle for more than 20 meters, a proper freestyle. I can't even do that. So I was getting coaches, I was learning how to swim. And in 2020 is where towards the end of 2020 is where when the pools are open again, that's when I really start to pick up swimming. And 2021 is where I joined a swim squad, and that's how I started off by swimming and running.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have had a few years kind of to get into triathlon. You learned, like I said, the swimming. You started with running. Did you do any other races before you signed up for Ironman?
2021 is when I started learning swimming, and end of 2021 is when I got my first bike.
Okay.
And that's when I started to learn how to ride a bicycle, because I have never had the chance to ride a bicycle when I was a younger boy, due to parents being they are very worried because of the neighborhood that we are in. They don't really uh, encourage me to ride. So this is also like to gain back what I have lost as a child.
Yeah.
Now that I have the capability to do it. So end of 2021 is when I bought my first bicycle ride it and get used to it. And I did my first Malacca tri OD distance in 2022, middle 2022. Because that year I signed up to do Langkawi 70.3.
Okay.
This is a t-shirt.
All right.
Yeah.
So you finished 70.3 in 2022 as well.
Correct.
All right.
Correct. So that was my first experience with 70.3 in 2022. So 2023 I did three more 70.3. One in Da Nang, one is the T100 in Singapore, and another one is 70.3 Phu Quoc. And towards that end of the year, I was telling myself, I'm going to be 40 at 2024. Maybe it's a good time to attempt to do a full Ironman because I really love this sport. I said, now that I've done a few, why not give it a try, do the training and see whether I can be an Ironman.
Yes. It's very nice to hear because a lot of people I talk to now, they are very eager to start doing Ironman. So they kind of just want to go straight to an Ironman instead of doing the shorter distances first. But I think definitely smarter to do shorter races first to get some
Correct.
experience.
I totally agree with that.
So it sounds like you came into this year quite well prepared, and now you have had about a year of Ironman training. Is that correct?
Yes, correct. So this year I decided not to do any 70.3 races because I was looking into preparing for this race. So I've only done a full marathon this year, also which is the first ever in my life, a full marathon, and then a full Ironman. So everything is really on this race. Yeah.
Very nice. All right, so you sound, you have done the hours, you have done the training, you arrived in Langkawi. How confident were you before the race?
A week leading up to the race, I was really nervous. I was in, I was not in a very good mood. Leading up to coming to Langkawi, so I was really nervous. Uh, I was having a hard time trying to pack everything, because being a first full race, I tried to put everything into the bag, and then there were some dramas at the airport. So it was a nerve wracking leading up to the race. And but upon reaching Langkawi, seeing familiar faces, it kind of like I'm already here, so just enjoy the moment and just don't think so much and just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we come to the race day. Of course, you start early, so you arrive at T1 when it's still dark. Anything that went through your mind as you were doing the last checks on your bike and you start to get ready for the swim?
Had quite a good prep in the morning. There's nothing much to this one. I was surprised. I was really calm that morning. It was like, ah, today is a day. Like there's nothing much I can do. I was surprisingly calm on that morning. Even before the swim, I was calmer than
Okay.
I should be.
Okay. Than you expected.
Yeah.
Did you have any breakfast? What did you have?
Breakfast is usually very simple for me. It's usually sourdough, bananas, peanut butter, and a black coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then you are at the beach. The first swimmers already started moving forward. So you see that's getting closer and closer to your time. Any final nerves, or you kept the calm that you had a bit earlier?
I kept the calm and I was like, wow, let's do it. I was really getting excited.
Yeah.
That time I was really feeling like I'm ready to go. Let's start the day. Yeah.
Well, that's nice. So you have like a positive
Yep.
energy as you started. So how was the swim?
But the swim was good. The swim was good because I'm actually happy because I have friends who decided to swim together. So we had three of us swimming together. So maybe that gives me a sense of responsibility that I have friends
Mhm.
who follow me. So just do my best. So to make sure that everyone just swim and get on. So we had a very good swim. I found a good pair of legs. Managed a very good pace. Came out of the water for the first loop, feeling quite fresh. And I thought, okay, let's do the second round. But I did not expect my two other friends were waiting for me at the beach. So I said, oh, you guys are still waiting for me. Okay, let's do it again. Yeah.
All right. But yeah, so you finished swim, everything well. You go into then T1,
Mhm.
get onto the bike.
Mhm.
How was the bike for you?
Okay, the bike was I started the bike quite okay. It was within the plan, which is for me the bike is to finish safe because my riding skills is not that great. Being just 2 years riding is still something very very new, and I'm quite a clumsy rider myself. So for me, the goal is to finish safe, no incident, nothing. So when we started the ride, it was quite a hot day. So the floor, everything was clean. So we were managed a good ride, climbing up Datai. The three sisters' mother-in-law. First loop was okay, but things started to change at the second loop when we are coming back to Datai. It was raining heavily, and I got even more nervous
Mm.
because the rain was heavy. I'm losing losing vision because of the heavy rain. Um, the floor started to flood it, and then my back is also kind of acting up because it's a bit sore. And after that, at the you before the turn to data, we have the special needs,
Yeah.
and there was a lady who crashed right in front of me,
Oh.
and she was left bloodied, head all bloodied. So I was like, oh shit is getting real. So calm down your nerve. Just finish the ride. Don't think about it. Just go on, and then just climb up data again, and then it started to get hotter. After that, it gets hot again, and I suffer a bit the last 20 km. My legs were cramping, so and the back was really acting up, so I couldn't even power through the last 20 km. So the bike was really slow, but it was just to finish.
Mm.
I know a lot of my wife, my friends were all worried that why am I taking longer than expected, but I think for me that time I just finish this one. Let's think about the run later. Don't do anything stupid. Just keep going. So the mind was just telling, just keep going. Uh, that's like 5 kilometers. Let's reduce five. You're at 160 now. You're 165.
Mm.
Just keep going. Don't look at the time anymore. Concentrate. Finish. Then decide what to do when you're on the run.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
So you were looking forward to the run. So I assume when you reached T2, you were happy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So it was more of a relief to me. It's like already a win to me that I finished the bike in one piece.
Yeah.
It was already a win to me. So the next one is just okay. Let's do the run. Just finish and get to the finish line.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then maybe you talk us to the run a bit also. Like how was that for you?
The run, I think I started a bit too hot. Uh, although the back from the bike was a bit sore, but sat down at the T2, change the wet socks, wear shoes. It kind of like giving me a bit of a renewed energy. So, and upon exiting the training tent, my friends, family, my wife was there. Everyone was shouting so loud. I was like, it gives me like a renewed energy because all of them were there. They were, I think, they were very worried, and when they saw me, they were very happy. And everyone was shouting my name. I was like, oh, I'm glad I make it. So that gives me the push to the run.
Yeah.
I started too fast.
Okay. Well, you're not the only one, and you're definitely not the last one to do that. So yeah, okay, you started a bit fast, and then later you had to adjust your tempo a bit, and then you came into a rhythm, or how?
Yeah, I came into rhythm until towards about 20, 24, 25 kilometer.
Yeah.
Because the strategy for me is to run during the run, walk the water station, the aid station, walk.
Yeah.
But the aid station walk becomes slightly longer because the body starts to get fatigued.
Yeah.
But the first 20, 25 kilometers, I was still running.
Yeah.
I was still keeping to my strategy. But only after that, when the fatigue starts to kick in, and that's when the real mental game begins because it starts to get dark.
Yeah.
And airport road is so lonely and so quiet. It's when you start the mental games, you start talking to yourself, start to give words of encouragement to yourself. But I met friends who were this one, so it was really nice because they were encouraging.
Yeah.
At Chenang, I try to smile, I try to wave at the supporters even I do not know them, because the more I wave, the louder they cheer. So it gives me a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, it's very interesting. Of course, everyone who has done an Ironman has been through exactly what you're saying. Right? You feel the body really starts to break down. Everything is painful. And you said you were trying to encourage yourself. So, was there anything special that you told yourself to keep going, or what exactly did you do?
Uh, it's more of like I told myself that I've came so long, so far during the training. I've done a full marathon before, and giving up is not an option at this point of time. It's like you suffer through the whole day, you suffer through the whole year, and do you want to give up? And how are you going to answer to yourself? Do you want to? The thing is, I think it kind of gave me an ego boost.
Yep.
Like, do you want to be called a quitter? Because or people saying, oh, this guy he quit.
Yeah.
Because, but then you'll be, did he fall sick? Did he fall down? Did he anything? No, but he quit. So I do not want that to happen. So I just keep walking, keep pushing, keep running. Then I find my legs, keep running. Lost it, walk, find again, run.
Yes.
So that's how I keep telling myself. Because I do not want to be labeled a quitter.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting because everyone finds their own way of managing, because everyone is hurting. So I mean, some people, they count steps, they count to 100. Some sing a song, repeat. Yeah, some have a mantra they keep repeating, and to me, it sounds like you are more on the kind of like a mantra or like this idea that you keep repeating.
Yeah, it's more like just talking yourself.
Yeah.
Just keep talking like, don't quit, don't quit.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah.
You're almost at the finish line. So I met some friends. I will tell them, we will be called an Ironman by the end of this. So let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Yes.
Yeah.
And at what point, I mean, on the run, were you ever worried you're not going to make it, or were you always you could see that this is going to be okay?
I was actually very worried during the first loop because it was already like quite a long day.
Yeah.
And the first loop, which I was worried that will I be able to make it? So I keep pushing forward, and when I got the second bend,
Yeah.
and I met you on the run,
Yeah.
and I said, "Kuno, this is my last loop. I can't make it. Give me 2 more hours." I told you, and to be honest, it was a deja vu. When that moment, I had that dream before.
Oh.
It was like, this thing looks familiar. I think I dreamt of it before.
Oh.
Then I like, okay, let's continue.
Yeah.
Because at least when we have 2 bands in our hand, we
Yeah.
know that this is going to be the last loop. Let's just finish it. Crawl also, we have to crawl to the finish line.
True. True. Final stretch. Final push.
Yeah.
Okay. So. You kind of start to realize, okay, I think this is going to be fine. Obviously, it's still quite a way to go, but you eat up kilometer by kilometer, and then maybe last 3-4 kilometers, you really feel that yes, this is going to be okay.
Yeah.
Any thoughts that went through your head then, or was it still just pain management and one step at a time?
I was quite lucky because at the last 4 kilometer, I met another fellow triathlete. We stopped at the water station together, so we just try to walk a bit and we strike a conversation.
Yeah.
So apparently both of us are first timers.
Mm.
This lady, I think her name is Kali. We are at the same place together, so we say we are first timer. So we start chit chatting a bit. Then we came out with idea, this is the dark part. We walk it a bit off. Then once we reach Pelangi, we will start running non-stop until we reach the finish line. We will pace each other.
Yeah.
So both of us kept ours. By the time we reach Pelangi, at the water station, grab some water, and we say, let's do it. Because by the time we run, the supporters were cheering.
Yes.
People who knows me, they keep cheering. They say, you're almost there, you're almost there. And some people are already saying, you're an Ironman already.
Yeah.
Just go. So it gives a lot of energy. And the pain, I don't feel the pain anymore that time. It just was numb. Then we just keep running together. Then everyone at the Chenang was high-fiving us.
Yeah.
So I saw my wife. I saw my wife at the Pelangi, outside the water station. She was telling me, you are almost there. You're so strong. I'm so proud of you. So I gave her a kiss. Then I said, wait for me at the finish line.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait for me there. I'll see you there. I said, don't run after me. I'll see you there. Yeah. So I ran, and then the thing is, I reached the finish line. I was busy looking for her.
Okay.
I couldn't find her. So like, where did my wife go?
Yeah.
So I had no choice but to run to a finish line, because at that point, me and the lady, we were saying, would you like to go first, or
Yeah.
should we were discussing? I said, go ahead, go get your glory, your moment of glory. I said, I will look for my wife, because I was expecting her to wait for me at the pub at Pelangi before we reach the finish line. I thought she would be waiting for me there.
Yeah.
But she's waiting for me among the spectators.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
At the finish line, because she wants to take a video of me.
Right.
So I ran in, I was like, I was so blurred because there was so many noises.
Yes.
And the announcer was like announcing, and I was like looking at the timing and everything. So like, then I crossed the finish line, get the towel, and I saw some friends. My first question is like, where's my wife? They said, oh, she's there. Yeah.
All right. But I mean, it's so nice to hear. It's really a big finish, and I think people need to experience this to really understand. But I think just you sharing, I think is really beautiful.
Yeah.
So of course a little bit of confusion, but then you cross the finish line and you know you did it.
Yeah.
You really did it. Everything. now you talked about like 5 years journey, starting triathlon, having this dream or idea that maybe you could do it. So any immediate emotions? Was it relief or joy or yeah? How did it
At
feel?
at that moment, it was really a relief. It
Yeah.
was like, finally, this is over. The all the anxiety, all the the nerves building up to it. It was like, finally, this is over. It's like, I thought I would, you know, break down or be very emotional at the finish line, but it was not. It was like, okay, finally done.
Yeah.
Oh, and thank God I'm alive. Yeah,
I can understand and recognize this because I wonder sometimes that by the time you finish Ironman, you're so tired that you almost don't have energy left to feel this,
yeah,
super joy. You're just like you have been struggling to survive for the last, hours, and you just cross the
yeah,
finish line, and maybe the day after there, it starts to sink in, and
yep.
you appreciate the moment. Yeah, very good. Um, so you were obviously quite well prepared, I would say, from what you shared. You have done 70.3 races. You have, I know you have trained properly. You had a coach to give you training plans, and you have been disciplined in your training. And you have friends who have done Ironman who have given you advice. Anything that surprised you during the race at any point? Anything that was, yeah, not as you expected or you didn't expect at all?
Uh, to me, it's always something that beyond our control. It's always the weather.
Mm.
The weather is totally beyond our control. There's no way that we can train for the changes of the weather, because I've ridden under rain, I've ridden under hot sun, but I've not ridden in a day where we have hot sun and rain together in one day.
Yeah.
And also during our training, we don't do this kind of full simulation where we swim, bike, and run.
Yeah.
Where our energy level is always very well maintained. So sometimes I thought, okay, in training I will be able. I'm managing well. My nutrition, my carbs, everything was managing well. But on race day, we have to be smart to tweak and add on.
Yeah.
On the day. So something that you know for me is more towards adapt, prepare well, and adapt as fast as we can on course. I think that's
Yeah.
what I'm getting out of on the race day.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't prepare for everything, so you have to be ready to, like you say, adapt and overcome on the go. So you told me that when you first got this idea of doing an Ironman was because you were in Langkawi and you saw other people racing. And this year, I'm sure there were people who saw you in Langkawi and maybe got inspired and maybe even sees this video. Any tips or advice you would give people who maybe now are starting their triathlon journey or ideas for Ironman?
I think, like, I would say it's not as scary as we thought. Uh, we just have to take the first step to it. I mean, whether we do it or not, to race or not, but most important is to take the first step, give it a try, then we will know whether we like it or not. Like everything in life.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. How do you feel now? We're almost, well, we are about a week
A week.
after
Right,
the
we're a
race.
week.
Yes.
This time last week I'm going to run.
Any ideas? Do you think you will do another one? Or do you have any plans already for the future in terms of triathlon?
Yes, of course. I'm looking to start back training maybe in November, but take it easy because for me it's because I love the training. So, and of course wouldn't want to lose the fitness build up over the years. So racing wise, there's something that I want to do is a 70.3 early next year, maybe to see if I've improved in my timing or just to just something to just keep me going.
Yeah.
Yeah. And doing another full is definitely in line, but haven't decided the place yet, because for me, I would prefer to race in different locations.
Yeah.
And if I were to go back to the same location, is maybe after a couple of years, or maybe I think that I'm ready to prove myself from over the years, then I will do it
Yeah.
again at
Yeah.
the same cost. Yeah. But I will give myself a bit more time rather than to attempt it every year at the same place.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's my own thoughts for it. Yeah.
Sure. But very nice that it didn't scare you, or it was so painful that you have decided to quit.
Uh-huh.
So thank you so much for sharing your story, and all the best in your future triathlon journey.
Thanks for having me in the vlog.
Thank you.